Hi everyone, my name is Kathryn Cawley and I'm a Senior Research Nurse at Salford Royal Hospital, which is part of the Northern Care Alliance NHS Foundation Trust. So the reason I applied to become an intern with ArcGM this year was that I spent 7 years in research delivery now. So my day job is screening patients that might be eligible for studies or trials and then approaching them, hopefully consenting, possibly randomising, and then once a patient is in a study or trial, making sure their journey sort of follows the protocol. So I might be collecting medical data out the notes, might be collecting samples from patients, whatever it is that's required as part of that project. And I thought, gosh, I've spent all this time helping other people collect the data they need to answer their research question and solve that mystery, write up their paper. And I've got kind of a burning idea for a project of my own, but I didn't really know how to go from having that idea in my head to being able to actually undertake it and having my own protocol. So this seemed like a really good opportunity to fill in some of those gaps. So yeah, it was really exciting to be successful. One of the first things that happened after I found out that I was successful was that I got the opportunity to become an intern on the Taper Pain project within the NCA. So Taper Pain is run by Dr. Deborah Ancliffe. She's a physiotherapist and she created a prom for patients with chronic pain. So the prom had already been created, and this was like the next part of the project, which is testing its validity, reliability and responsiveness. So patients will fill it in at baseline and then 2 weeks later and then 12 weeks after that. So supporting this project, I was able to go to the trial management meetings, I met the statistician, people like the patient collaborator, and really understood how everyone comes together to help make a project work. We submitted 2 amendments to the protocol during the time I was there, so I got to see that process as well, the IRAS submission and getting new approvals back. And one really exciting thing was I was able to test the content validity of the PROM, comparing it against COSMIN methodology checklists. So there was 3 reviewers. We all went away separately and reviewed the PROM, and then we came back together to sort of compare notes and reach a consensus. And that whole process is going to be an appendix in part of the Taper Pain final written up paper when all the results are back in. So that was a really, really good experience. Another thing I got to do, which was fantastic, was go to the HSR UK conference. That was in Birmingham in July this year. It was my first time ever at a professional research conference, so I didn't really know what to expect. And it was just such an incredible opportunity, just to realise how many people are doing projects every day about various different conditions or devices or whatever it is, and sort of so many people care, and there's all this work going on to improve things for our patients. So I really was grateful for that opportunity. I met lots of pre-doc and doctoral students that were NIHR funded, so got lots of tips off them, did quite a lot of networking. So my supervisor from ARC, Dr. Amy Mathewson, she was presenting a poster, and Dr. Rebecca Elvey, who's her colleague in ArcGM's implementation team, was presenting orally in front of people with slides on the findings of a process evaluation project that the ARC's been working with. And so that was really good to see, how they prepare for that and how it all sort of delivers, and I got lots of understanding about how you disseminate findings sort of outside of conference as well. So it was, I did use a lot of my training budget attending that conference, but it was absolutely worth every penny. Another thing I've done during my time as an intern was start looking at evidence synthesis and different types of reviews. So I started off doing some learning modules with Cochrane Interactive. Obviously they're primarily focused on systematic reviews, and sort of with the guidance of my supervisor and looking at my proposed projects, I've realised that my project is probably better suited to a scoping review, not a systematic review. So I'm currently in the process of writing my scoping review protocol. That should be registered on the Open Science Framework within the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to undertake that and write it up as part of my pre-doctoral fellowship, which kind of brings me nicely to the primary outcome of my year as an intern, which was that my application to become a pre-doctoral fellow was successful, which was just incredible. I was so excited to sort of move forward with this plan and spend the next 12 months hopefully getting the work that I need to do done, so that when I do submit my application for a doctoral with my project, preferably with NIHR funding, that it will be a strong and substantial and robust application. So I'd really like to thank the capacity building team at the ARC. I'd like to thank my supervisors in particular for all the support they've given me to help me get this far, and to just say to anyone else who's out there thinking, oh, should they apply? I'm not sure. Can I do it? I'd say just give it a go, because I've had so many incredible opportunities, and you know, so far it's working out really well, but life is a journey, and even if it doesn't, you're going to gain from all the experiences that you will undertake as part of an intern along the way. So yes, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for this opportunity.